We'll do it live. We'll do it live. Good morning, crypto warriors, and welcome back to the Gentlemen of Crypto, episode 178.
Oh, yeah.
Today is Thursday, May 31st, and I'm King.
And I'm Bitcoin Zay, and we are here to bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and the community Monday through Friday at 10-ish.
At 10-ish. We actually were here at 10, but we had the settings set to private, so we had to go back in and put them to public. But no worries for the free Bitcoin. Yesterday, who won?
Oh, yeah. So, for the free Bitcoin, Clove71. Congratulations.
Clove, what's going on? D-Live.
Oh, yeah, definitely. On D-Live, yep, we're definitely looking at getting on there as well. But thanks for that comment in regards to our question. What do you think will happen with Bitcoin once Italy or Italy's problems are resolved, or any other country in the EU? Kind of shared our sentiment that whenever any country has any type of problem economically, people run to a safe haven. Some of the older people go to gold and silver. People in our generation go to Bitcoin, crypto, things of that nature.
The world's gonna end.
You know, Bitcoin is very, very fast becoming a viable way to store your value. So definitely a good thing for Italian citizens if they need to, you know, find themselves in economic disaster. So thank you, Clove71. Already sent that free Bitcoin to you.
There we go.
Free Satoshis, I should say from now on.
There we go.
Got people
yeah,
asking.
we do got to say, free Satoshis.
Free Satoshis. Yep. Hey, Kendra, thanks for joining us. Facebook.
Oh, yeah, let's give our shout outs.
Got some new people coming in.
Who else? Gabriel Hernandez was going on Game My Peep. Alpha Robbins said no Bitcoin shirt.
Nah, Cooley High today.
There we go.
Oh, yeah.
All right, first story up, top story. Washington-based Bittrex lists USD trading pairs after landing banking partner.
Oh, yeah.
Looks like Bittrex has found a new banking partner here in the States. Bloomberg has reported that they signed an agreement with New York-based financial institution Signature Bank that will allow it to begin accepting USD deposits and listing cryptocurrencies for trading directly against the dollar. This is something Bittrex has been trying to do. They want to consider themselves the NASDAQ of crypto, though they've hit a slump, as many people have. And, you know, here of course they got they got a couple of quotes from their CEO, all that good stuff. I mean, good for Bittrex, I guess. You know, it's another way for you to have a platform where you can trade into straight directly from your bank account to you know, different Bitcoins, altcoins, Ethereum. Hopefully it works out, but Bittrex has started to become more along the lines of working with the feds, like Coinbase.
Oh, yeah.
If you don't know, Bittrex, their legal team is actually the same legal team that does stuff for the Democratic National Party. So, yeah, they are directly tied into regulators.
They play no games.
They don't play no games. So
and some of the people we've discussed that work with Bittrex, they don't play no games.
But I mean, that's a good thing for Bittrex. Again, what we got? We got Gemini now, Coinbase. You got Bittrex as the main exchanges here in the U.S. Anybody else doing these USD trading pairs?
Right now, it's mostly Tether for most of the pairs that are doing it. I mean, we have the apps that are letting you buy it within the app. Exchanges are letting you buy within the app. But one little caveat, you always want to check with news. Who are they allowing to trade USD pairs? And right now, it looks like it'll only be institutional investors from 4 different states: New York, California, I believe Montana is one, and one other one. But
so they haven't opened it up to everybody.
Haven't opened it up to everybody, and it won't be for, you know, just the regular Joe Schmo retail investors at first. That's what they're saying. It will be open to institutional investors or people that are verified up to their standards. So both of those are different ways. Usually will put you in that category.
Well, you all thought that you peasants would be able to trade USD pairs on our platform? What?
No, with your hard-earned money.
This is for the wealthy.
Yeah, exactly. We want the big money to come in. But like we keep saying, all of these different things exchanges do are to on-ramp a bunch of USD. They're trying to get.
So that's a good thing.
That's a good thing. I mean, there's no way they could be trying to set this infrastructure up to get less money. So I'm pretty sure they'd have a good inkling. Because of over-the-counter markets, they're selling, you know, 100, 200 Bitcoins at a time, supposedly. I'm pretty sure they're like, well, if we can get this volume on our exchange,
we can take the fees, and the market will explode.
Everybody wins. So definitely a good thing to see there. I'm glad Bittrex is doing something to revive their exchange, because it is.
They're on that Poloniex track right now.
I was gonna say they were close.
Right. But again, that's what happens when you literally have a bunch of developers running your business. I know they hired a couple of outside people, but not really. I know. I think Bill Shahara was like a Google security dev. I forgot the other guy. It's the other 2 guys, but they all were developers basically. So, we won't go into Bittrex. You gotta watch them though, people. They're sneaky too. Mm-hmm. They'll change the terms of service on you literally overnight. They've done it 2 or 3 times before. They'll change your withdrawal amounts, what you can do. They'll change it all up on you. So again, it's one of those things where you have to be careful when you're using exchanges. Bittrex is amongst those you have to be careful with. So
don't be surprised if they get IPO as well.
Right? So, yeah. I can see them doing IPO. That's why they got this
favorable stuff from a bank.
Right.
I can tell you that.
Yeah. Come on, they're partnering with Wall Street. I see IPO happening.
Yeah.
They're not going to just do that for nothing.
Oh yeah.
All right. U.S. inventor of Beats headphones applies to SEC for $300 million ICO. What? If you remember Beats headphones, Dr. Dre's Beats headphones, of course, sold to Apple for like what, $1 billion.
First rap billionaire.
First rap billionaire. So it looks like their manufacturer Monster Products Incorporated has applied to U.S. regulators to launch a giant $300 million ICO. Securities and Exchange Commission filing signed May 25th confirms. It's kind of whack that they're applying to U.S. regulators to do it, because the whole point of an ICO is that you don't have to apply to anybody. You don't have to do anything with regulators. You can put it on the internet, and anyone around the world can invest in.
They got too much at stake, though.
Right. They have a lot at stake. They don't want to play that game.
Yeah. And they already made good money in the other market, which begs the question: why do you need $300 million?
Right. That's one of those things, people. When you talk about scam ICOs, not saying this one would be a scam, but like, why do you need it? You have it.
Yeah. What do you?
Everybody. I mean, this is, they said the inventor, unless they played the inventor out, did one of those things where like, we'll pay you $1 million to make this, and he makes it, and then it sells for $1 billion.
Yeah.
Then it's one of those things. Why do you need that money?
Yeah. I think it's a good marketing ploy though, because you have the crypto community who loves ICOs, and you have the regular investor community who loves Beats headphones. So you have people that are like, well, you can't really lose with this ICO. If I can get in, at a low price, I can probably win. And the good thing is, you're right, you probably can. However, getting into that ICO, I'm anxious to see exactly the terms of service, as well as what they consider it in SEC law, because say they start doing these ICOs and it comes out of securities.
They're trying to turn them to a straight IPO.
Yeah, then boom.
They're trying to turn them to a straight IPO.
That's exactly what they're going to be. So I'm anxious to see what they do with it, but I am kind of concerned they need $300 million to raise for whatever. But I do know in business, never use your own money. Other people's money is always better. That's true.
So it said it looks like they did sign the rights away to Beats. We're not sure when, of course. It said it plans to issue a $500 million Monster Money Network tokens, selling 60% in this ICO.
Monster Money.
The SEC filing represents a registration of MMNY tokens as possible securities. What's going to be interesting, I can't wait to see how they break down the tokens. You're only selling 60%. Where the other 40% go? I'm sure 20% are going. It's just going to say regulators. It's going to say U.S. regulators
or research.
Right.
How much research do you need?
And it's one of those things. Again, they don't even have a product. Stage 1, establish Monster Money Network. Stage 2, establish a private off-chain platform where microtransact. That's what everybody's doing right now.
Yeah.
They're not doing anything unique. They have the money and the resources, it looks like, to get the U.S. on their side to try to launch this thing. But I think the only money they'll get will be from institutional investors. It's probably why, like you said, they're going that regulatory route, because they're not doing anything new.
Yeah, exactly. Like, who cares? We're just doing this. We're just remixing what we've already done before. Like Kevin Hodges says here, typically inventors don't see the big money. The VC crew is brutal. You're right. There are some venture capitalists that's been doing it, 20, 30 years. They know the game, and basically, if you explained it to an institutional investor or a VC how this worked, it wouldn't sound too different.
Right.
The only ICO's difference is the speed at which you can invest. It's basically like, you can just send it to this address, and you'll get your return based on the amount of tokens that you have and the price that it is. So, that's easy.
Right.
However, like we said, the VC crew, they want to make sure they get their money back. So they're like, it's a private. It's off chain,
which is why they have 40% that they're keeping.
40%. We want to make sure we can go ahead, and if something happens, you can at least cash out at a break even. So it's all part of the game. But you're right, VC crew is pretty brutal, man.
And last but not least, again, we kind of said it, but at this point it's 2018, and you're still launching big ICOs with no product, and not and you have, like I said, centralized blockchains, and you're keeping 40% of the tokens. Like, who's buying this? They say the proceeds will go towards the creation of a platform. You don't even have a working product.
They don't have it.
Other people are doing the same thing as you with a working product. Again, it's one of those things, audacity. But hey, good luck to them.
Get your money.
Hey, if it works, it works. And if they die, they die. John McAfee announces crypto-backed fiat currency redeemable for FaceTime with him.
McAfee.
All right, you can love him or hate him, but one thing you gotta say about McAfee, this dude, you gotta respect his business acumen. I mean, he is literally PIMPing the crypto market right now. The last year and a half, where his weekly, or first it was his daily coin of the days, even though there was just pumps, or then turns his weekly. Then it turned to him promoting coins that he was shilling on his account. He's charging people upwards with $100,000 to $300,000.
Yep.
And now it looks like he has a coin,
free money,
or a crypto-backed fiat where you can actually FaceTime and talk to him.
Yeah.
Businessman and crypto advocate John McAfee is launching his own fiat currency backed by crypto. It's called the McAfee Redemption Unit, MRU, on June 25th. You can see here in the pictures for those who are watching us live on YouTube or Twitch. You can see the pictures of his face, his different faces of him. You know, they actually have one with Roger Ver as well.
Jahan Wu.
Yeah, Jahan Wu. The whole crew that we all know, the whole Bcash crew, Bcash Pump and Dump crew. He has different donations. Excuse me. What are they called? Not donations.
Addresses?
No, the different. I can't think of it.
Bills?
Yeah, basically different bills. I can't think of the word. 1, 5, 10, 20, and 50.
Denominations?
Denominations.
Yeah.
Thank you. There we go. $100 one and a $500 one, which has him and his wife on there as well. His tweet said, "No hoax. The McAfee Redemption Unit is real and coming in 26 days. The graphic is low res. Don't want to give too much away yet. Printed on currency paper, holographs on both sides, serialized, linked to the blockchain, redeemable, convertible, collectible." McAfee, I mean, hey, you can't be mad at the guy.
Hey, I'm getting a couple of these just
right.
because.
Right, I kind of would actually buy a couple.
I mean,
just
for some FaceTime with McAfee, yeah, I mean, whatever. But at the same time, he honestly is using his celebrity to his advantage, which is fine. Also, he's using his business
being upfront
acumen.
with it.
Yeah, he's using his business acumen and kind of his background to show you, like, look, I'm still John McAfee. Like, even if you think you don't like me or you don't like this, what I've done before, I'm just gonna keep going forward.
Right.
Do what you want. What you gonna do? You gotta come get me. Because if you ever seen his documentaries or if
He
you've
don't
heard
care.
any stories about him,
He does
his
not
security
care.
team is top notch.
Yeah.
His network or network security is top notch. So it's like, all right, do it. Say what you want, but you gotta come and get me. So he's one of the people in crypto. The fearless, can-do spirit is something that you can definitely get behind. Love him or hate him. Anybody who has who basically has the balls to do this is crazy to me. Like, he is printing money and basically laughing at the Fed. Like, I can print money, even though I'm sure his lawyers found a way around it.
Oh yeah, because you know this probably won't take off, but something like this did take off. U.S. government's coming from. I mean, there's no way around that. As Milto said, Milto might have been referring to the last story, but possibly this one goes both. But they said taking the D out of decentralized, right? John Sieber was going on. He said he wants to see Satoshi's face. Oh, it's too funny. It looks like that, let's see, in order for holders of the note to redeem it for a personal meeting, they must appear at an address in Mexico between the hours of 1 p.m. and 3 p.m., where they will then receive a date, time, and location anywhere in the world to meet with McAfee. You know what? That sounds very
tight.
Crypto. I don't know if it's tight. I'm not trying to meet McAfee at some undisclosed location in Mexico and then get another location. All right, he's plugged in, people, and not always with the right crowd. So,
hey, crypto scavenger hunt, because he's gonna be out there looking. I can tell you that right now. Like I said, security wise, man, he is on point.
Right. There you go.
I heard some stuff about him, man. Yeah, he's definitely on point with that.
He has 341,000 different denominations that have been printed with 6.05 million redemption units. Each one is currently worth $9.95 in USD. Wow. And the printing plates for the currency have been destroyed, preventing printing of any additional bills. Because you know that is a part of crypto space. People will jack his ideal and just reprint them and say they have the real McAfee bills.
Oh, yeah. That's tight, man. I mean, just that he did it.
Yeah. See, this, yeah, I'm not going to go to comments. They were saying some crazy stuff.
Okay, yeah, that's what's up.
Shout out to McAfee. You can't be mad. He making it happen. It is what it is.
He's doing it.
All right, Venezuela bans imports of cryptocurrency mining equipment has been reported. The cheapest country in the world to mine Bitcoin. I didn't realize that. Venezuelan authorities have cracked down on local mining operations by banning any new imports of mining hardware, including certain types of graphic cards and computers, as well as ASIC miners. We already know why they're doing it. You know they have the petrodollar. They don't want competition with the petrodollar. And again, it's kind of something you always say. this is a great use case to see what would happen when countries try to ban things.
Yeah.
And the reasons behind them. They're saying, hey, we have our petrodollar. We don't want you mining anything else. All right, let's look at the playbook. What are they going to do to try to enforce this?
And then they took away computers, basically, because if you can't send mining equipment, they can put anything under that. I mean, they put mining hardware, but they can definitely put high-res computers under that. I mean, they can do whatever they want. Graphics cards. I mean, once they set that precedent, they can go further with it. And then, like we've said before, cryptocurrency is unstoppable simply because in cases like this, we still know that are people in Venezuela that are mining that have cryptocurrency, or they wouldn't keep coming up with rules to ban it or ways to prevent it. There are people risking it all because that's the only way they can pay for things. And even though there is no direct contact with people there, a lot of places that have this problem economically, you see the volume of local Bitcoins go through the roof. You see the volume in peer-to-peer, face-to-face meetings and meetups. So even though we don't have any data from there, I'm pretty sure that's going on. It's people not sitting in the dark hungry and just waiting around and not doing something. So
this government we can't trust, all of a sudden we can trust.
Oh yeah. This will probably be a college course
You're right.
chapter or something like that when they start talking about cryptocurrency and the economic landscape.
I can see that how governments try to enforce it, how they try to destroy it, how they try. I mean, you're right. That's like literally a month and a half of study right there in a college course. So.
There's a lot of countries that could definitely use it, and also what could happen if they did pull themselves up and had the money to do it. Would they overthrow the government, or would people leave? What would happen?
So just kind of give you a background on Venezuela for those who don't know. The current Venezuelan economic crisis is the worst the country has ever seen, leading to hyperinflation of the currency, crippling debt, food shortages, and widespread civil unrest. As Gabriel Hernandez said, Venezuela needs to spend more time figuring out how to get food for a starving population. But as a government printing off huge amounts of money, the minimum wage lost purchasing power. The government continued to print money while raising the wages as well, spiraling the economy out of control after initial collapse over falling oil prices. I want to know what government this actually sounds familiar to. Someone that keeps printing money, the minimum wage is losing its purchasing power, and the government continues to print money and bail out bankers.
We just frog in the hot water.
You know what? We just telling you what we see.
They turned it up real quick on them. We getting the slow grind.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. We're getting slow boiled to death. Yep. The Bolivar, Venezuela's national fiat currency, has lost 99.99% of its value over the last 5 years, while inflation has gone up at an annual rate of 16,147%. They're saying right now that their money has been used as confetti in baseball games and crashing weighing scales at delis. The money is essentially worthless. The government has announced a plan to cut 3 zeros from the end of the currency starting June 4. So next week it should be interesting what's going on there. But again, using this as a case example, people, the dollar has been losing its purchasing power. When we talk about Bitcoin price, one Bitcoin equals one Bitcoin. Whether it's $20,000 in December or $7,500 now, one Bitcoin is one Bitcoin. It's the U.S. dollar that has been losing its value and fluctuating and it's volatile. So again, this is a use case because people in their country were looking at it the same way we look at our country. This can't happen. The U.S. dollar won't go away. The Bolivar, it doesn't matter what I call it because it's not even here anymore. But
it's like Germany in World War II.
Right, people the wheelbarrows.
Wheelbarrows. Yeah.
But people literally watch this happen as we're doing here in the United States. We are literally watching our dollar lose its value. Like they said, the minimum wage doesn't even have purchasing power anymore. And the inflation rate is going up at incredible percentages every year.
Oh yeah.
But hey, crypto's for criminals, people.
Hey, and if you really want to get down to it, when I ask people around the U.S., what do we build? What do we make? We don't make anything. No. Nobody actually needs us.
We got
they
guns.
Need our money. And we we always say, all right, well, come take it from us. And that's the biggest thing is it doesn't matter if you don't have
gangsters.
Debo was the brokest dude on the block. Hey, but he was the richest dude on the block because he just walk up and take what he wanted. So that's basically what we've been doing. We've been Deboing people for years. As soon as a Craig shows up, it might be time for us to get our stuff in order because I'm telling you, it's going to be one of those things. But it's definitely an interesting use case to see. Right. I can't wait to see how this
plays out. For our foreign listeners, Bitcoin Zay is referring to the movie Friday.
Oh, yeah.
Go check it out. Ice Cube. Bitcoin for America. Cryptocurrencies and campaign finance. What is going on with crypto and campaign finance?
Oh yeah, so we've actually shouted out a couple of people that have accepted crypto for payments or crypto for political donations. A few we've gone through or that are on here. Andrew Hemingway, who is out of New Hampshire. New Hampshire's passed a lot of legislation. Jared Polis, who we actually talked about. Dan Elder from Missouri. Rand Paul, who was probably the biggest name of politicians to take it because he actually ran for president. And then let's see, Greg Abbott, who is from Texas. Austin Peterson from Missouri. So Missouri's got a few in there. Let's see, Brian Ford, Patrick Nelson, a few more. So like we're saying, we're starting to see the influx of politicians who want to accept donations in crypto. I will say back in 2016, I talked to some local politicians where I lived at, and actually asked them about them accepting crypto for donations. They told me that accepting it was too risky for their platform, and they were local politicians. These are governors and House representatives, and they're actually accepting it now, and presidential candidates. So it's good to see now it's more accepted, and I'm sure that if you had a community where if you needed political donations, send crypto, and you don't have to have the backdoor stuff where people are sending whatever money through back channels. You can send it this way, and then they can verify it in their own time or their own wallet. So, and
it looks like last week, Secretary of State of Colorado, Wayne Williams, proposed a new set of rules for financing political campaigns, which now includes a sections on crypto. It's one of those things where, again, I get it because it is, I can understand a set of rules since it is for government and, it's supposed to be public office. I think the biggest rule should be, regardless of how much you can or can't accept, I want it on the blockchain. I want to be able to see it.
I want to see it.
I think
it should be law that you have to send Bitcoin, or you have to send.
We can
see it, because if you can audit a blockchain and it's immutable, we literally have no more political corruption to an extent. There's always a way around it, of course, but to an extent, you basically say this person sent this, and your public address you use for political donations can be tied to your name, but that's the only thing you use it for. That's definitely a possibility, and even if you want to keep your privacy, you can. But who's gonna mess up that hustle? Exactly. Exactly. Who's gonna mess that up, and who's gonna put in the infrastructure to change it? People still using paper ballots. People, come on. So it's not even the hurdle to technology that we're worried about. It's more of it's more people not getting it. Like, oh, I got to send something on a. No, I'm not doing that. So they should have had it right by now. I know people have been talking about a voting app forever. So
I just realized our chats weren't popping up on the live stream, but it's okay. We got them here on the side. But hey, kudos to the government and accepting crypto. Hopefully this continues.
Oh yeah.
Last but not least, crypto exchange Huobi confirms move into Brazilian market. What's going on with Huobi?
Huobi.
Originally from China, they've been bouncing around.
Yeah, I will say they definitely been kicked around, pushed around, but they are moving to Brazil. Not too many exchanges that I've heard of it are moving to Brazil lately, more Malta. However, I will say that this move for them has to have something to do with regulations, just like everywhere else. If they've told them, hey, you gotta do KYC or AML to this extent, and they disagree with it, or if they try to take too much money, they're moving. So this is just another exchange in a long list of exchanges that are finding that we don't have to stay where you are. If you don't make it so that we can exist,
fight the power,
we will leave. And they are the new billion-dollar companies. They are the new, we make the rules. And that's the problem with some of these legacy places. They're like, all right, these dudes only been around a year and they're already worth $1 billion.
Right. Because
Huobi, they did $1 billion in trading volume in the last 24-hour period. So, I mean, you take away their fees from that and compound it over a year, these people are making millions. So good to see there, and Brazil might be another hotspot. Like I said, these places.
Brazil is a good hotspot. Hosted the Olympics and the World Cup in the same year.
Yep.
From what I hear from the people who went down there, they said it was an awesome time. Of course, we know what they did to the poor in that country, but bringing crypto companies to their country will also allow more poor people to find out about crypto. And again, people, it's not only for the rich, regardless of what you hear, even though the price, whatever, you can buy bits of Bitcoin, buy Satoshis, or those people can learn to start their own crypto. I mean, it's literally that simple. So shout out to them.
What a time to be alive.
What a time to be alive. Quick announcement before we do the free Bitcoin giveaway. Make sure you're tuned in tomorrow and a few days next week. We'll put it out there. Tomorrow we might do it either right before the show, or right after the show, but it looks like we may have a special interview of another company that's out there in the crypto space. So if you all are interested, you can check that out live. Again, we'll post that on our Twitter tonight once it's confirmed, and early in the morning to give everybody some updates. But of course, it'll live on the internet forever just in case you miss it. But it's always good to catch it live so you can ask questions. Again, we're looking at either 9 a.m. PST tomorrow or 11 a.m. PST. We're confirming that today. But we'll put out more information.
Oh, yeah.
For the free Bitcoin day, what are we doing?
Oh, yeah. So for the free Bitcoin, let's keep the conversation going with politics and crypto. Are you more likely to vote for a politician if they accept crypto or less likely? Because some people are like, well, if they accept crypto, they're better for the economy. Some people, I want to keep it the old way because crypto is its own thing. Let us know. Put your public address, and we'll send you those free Satoshis.
Tell us why as well.
Oh, yeah. Tell us why. Let us know. And, if you have a officer or somebody you would donate to, let us know as well.
All right.
Have fun with it.
We will see you all tomorrow. Again, we'll have a lot going on tomorrow as well as next week. It'll be a fun time in the crypto space. We're making sure you all stay educated, up to date on news.
Oh, yeah.
And hopefully we can answer some of those questions you have that you might be scratching your head about.
Absolutely.
Of course, if you have anything that you think can make this show better, go ahead and leave it in the comment section as well. We always appreciate that. Other than that, we will see you all tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Cheers.
Have a good one, people.